Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to do a reading now for the period from now, 8th of November 2020, through to about the third week of January 2021. Because it just seems like a kind of coherent block of time, both astrologically, terrestrially, and because we'll be out the other side of midwinter by then, and kind of worldly. So I'm going to have a reading for that block of time for about the next, let's see who jumped out there. How interesting. Oh, judgment. Judgment. Everything to be hiked out. Empty the drawers, open the cupboards, empty them out, get to the bottom of those cardboard boxes, get up in the attic, down in the cellar, go through all the paperwork, hike it all out, spread it all out, and take stock and judge, because it's judgment. Did it work? Is it legal? Is it okay? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it effective or ineffective? That's what that card is. And it's what has to be done. It's card number 20. It's the second to last card. It's what has to be done with all the karmic accrual of one's journey, all the karmic build-up throughout one's journey towards the world fulfillment. It has to be done before you can sign it off. It's the great examination before the great sign off. Ha! Fell out. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, fortunes rise, fortunes fall. Strength in the reverse. Okay, so difficulties kind of holding on to the common sense and maturity, the adult approach of a situation. These kind of like, oh, but I want, like bubbling up. And finding expression, I would say. So, but it's not anything kind of really, really dangerous. It's just angry children. It's the angry child, the child who wants what it wants now, and will throw a tantrum. It's tantrum energy. Maybe there's stuff being unearthed in judgment here that doesn't feel good. It's like telling a child it's time to go to bed or something. They've got to go and brush their teeth and they don't want to. They want to. Okay, I'm taking that one. I don't believe it. Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, okay. Well, that's pretty clear, isn't it? It's a strange time. It's a kind of watershed, no man's land this next 10 weeks. So, I mean, I'm glad to see judgment there in the upright, because it means things are being like picked over and examined. But this angry toddler energy and this malignant authority figure still featuring here, as we know. That's the way of it, isn't it? Okay. I don't think there's anything here particularly surprising so far. I'm just glad to see Judgment there. It was the first one out in the upright. Okay, I'm not taking that. But I am taking that. Old Nick, the Devil. Now, when an injury has occurred, or an illness has occurred, or some sort of trauma has occurred, some bad thing, when a bad thing has happened, or a bad situation has been in sway, when it stops, there's this like, oh God, thank God for that, thank God it stopped, thank God it stopped, thank God that's over. But depending on how deep it's gone, how long it's and what it is, depending on a host of factors, there is then healing is often quite hard. It's quite difficult. And I mean, as I say, once the initial like euphoria of the bad thing having ended kind of subsides, and that wave of joy and relief, there is, in my experience, sometimes a period of depression afterwards, because once as I say, the euphoria subsides, one then has to look around and think, right, okay, the bad thing happened and I can see effects there and there. That's broken. That's damaged. That got stolen. Right. And then you have to start kind of picking through the wreckage in a way. And that can be quite hard. But that's different from Judgment. Judgment isn't kind of the picking through the wreckage after some sort of terrible event. It's not that. It's much more dispassionate than that, and kind of wider. The scope of Judgment is wider than that. I'm going to go on because I'm trying to work out how the Devil in the upright here. No, it's you. Okay, the Hanged Man. Yeah, all right. So the cause, the locus of damage is still present, and there's a, as I say, there's this sort of no man's land between the official, the words that say it's over, and the actions that say it's over. And that is the Hanged Man here. There's this period of suspension where the vehicle is still moving, but the gears are not engaged. It's gone into neutral. And depending on the gradient of the surface on which the vehicle is rolling, it's going to come to a stop more quickly or more slowly. But this is essentially taking the car out of gear and just like freewheeling. No feet on pedals, just like where it's built up enough momentum. And this is I just saw what's at the bottom of the bag. The Devil and the Emperor in reverse are the kind of, they are what has been driving the car. They are what has been driving the vehicle. But this is still present and was the first card out. So that, I don't know, it just seems so, it's like, yeah, angry toddler, malignant authority figure, yeah, the devil, yeah, it's all going to be some kind of suspended for a little while. But this just seems to trump it all somehow. let's go on, because I did see something at the bottom of the deck there, but it's no longer at the bottom of the deck because I'm shuffling. So okay, that's the way it came. Hierophant in the reverse. So I think in terms of sort of legal things and paperwork, laws and stuff like that, there's this period that I'm reading for this next 10 weeks, there's stuff on its head. However, the combination of Judgment in the upright and the Hierophant in the reverse, Judgment's trumping it. It is. So we've got the two big male or early male entities here, the Emperor and the Hierophant, both in the reverse. So the authority simply, I mean, you think about it, like a king, say, in olden days when it was kings and a hereditary thing, they were only the king because everybody said they were. And, you know, any authority figure is only an authority figure because people say they are. And yeah, there are laws and stuff like that kind of back it up. But those laws are only valid because everybody says they are. You know, it's all on us. It's all on our perception. So this Emperor in reverse, you know, the moment somebody says, well, actually, I don't acknowledge you as Emperor, it's like, oh shit, I'm just a man. And the Hierophant in reverse, it's like, well, you know what? Oh, okay, I'll just grab that. What? By what law are you what you say you are? You know, the laws of men. Well, I'm a man just like you. Sorry, I know I'm not, but do you see what I'm saying? It's only by mutual acknowledgement that things are what they are. I knew it. How extraordinary. It was at the bottom of the pack, and I've shuffled, as you see, like 2 or 3 times since then, and I've gone on like gabbling. Yeah, I've gone on gabbling. And then it stopped, it flipped, I didn't look at it, and I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if? And it is. So, okay, I'm going to leave it there. There's messiness here, but it's not disaster. It's not disaster, and not by any means. It's just a bit of a pain in the butt, or pain in the arse, as we would say in the UK. It's just like, oh God. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's going to be like that, really, because we've got the Hanged Man here. So, in the upright. So this just has to be gone through. It has to be gone through. We have Hierophant in the reverse, so like messing around with law. We have the Devil, so it's like sort of, I may be gone, but I'm still here. Oh God. We got the bad dad, malignant authority figure still hanging around, Emperor in the reverse. We got the angry toddler who will not switch off the TV, brush their teeth and go to bed without raising an absolute hue and cry. It's all very, very trying. We got the Wheel of Fortune. I think what this is saying to me in this particular reading is that the outcome for the individual concerned through this malignant authority figure, The outcome longer term, and I say that because we're dealing with judgment here, which is like a kind of blanket appraisal of things that we have to go through. We have to go through that appraisal process before we can move to the end of something. Where was I going with that? Yeah, the outcome beyond this 10-week period is anyone's guess. However, 'tis over. 'Tis over. Thank you for watching. Namaste.